Hey all you Flirkin' nerds, it's TJ aka Fat Thor here with Streamr News. I'm at San Diego Comic-Con and I just met my good friend Justin over here, and he's going to tell you all about the really cool stuff that he's got going on.
Oh, hi. Well, my name's Justin. My artist name is Jusscope, same name I use on all my social media and my website as well. But the type of art I do is very, it's pop culture driven, but very slanted towards hip hop and martial arts movies. And I'm a huge fan of just, poster illustration, particularly from like the 70s era, great artists like Bob Peak and Robert McGinnis. But coming from an animation design background, I have a very angular type of shape-driven style of drawing. So the two things combined together more or less gives you the look of my art that you see.
Yeah, and let's check out some of these works. You got my man MF Doom very prominently at this booth, and we got some Iron Giant. We also got some old school kind of Godzilla kaiju stuff. And I mean, like I said, man, this stuff is just really, really cool. And I think your style fits the whole kind of vintage and the hip hop culture style very well.
I mean, these shows, they're more than just comics. It's all pop culture, everything. So no matter what you're into, there's something here for you, whether it's some TV-wise movie or even music like what I have. So that's what's kind of cool about Comic-Cons in general.
Okay.
But yeah.
And let me ask you this. So obviously there's a big kind of hip hop element to your work and stuff. Is it something where, so like for Doom example, does food, does that inspire the artwork, or does the art inspire, like, you get what I'm trying to say?
Yes, it goes both ways. And it's interesting you brought up the food one, because it was actually inspired by a conversation on the MF Doom Reddit forum.
Okay.
Where the original piece is painted by this artist Jeff Jago. It's like real iconic cover of MF Doom eating breakfast at his table with all this cartoony use surrounding. It's a really well done piece. But on the MF Doom Reddit forum, this whole conversation started up about there's a second Doom under the table reading a book. And everybody starts saying, oh, well, that's the real Doom, and the Doom at the table.
I never even noticed that.
Yeah, and the Doom at the table's an imposter because of that whole thing with the Doom imposter stuff.
Yeah.
So everybody in the forum spread around this story that, the guy at the table's the real Doom. MF Grimm, who's his former rhyme partner from like way back in the KMD days of Monster Island Czars, he anonymously logs into the forum and he goes on this rant and he goes, this is why I hate the internet. You guys make up stuff and just pass around the story like it's the truth. He goes, it's not the story at all. So he goes, under the table is his son, Lord Daihu, who he named his publishing company after.
Yeah.
And that's Doom eating breakfast. And he said the reason his son's reading a Grimm's fairy tale book is because Monster Island Czars had split up. And he goes, it was a diss to me. So don't tell him the story incorrectly. So for my piece, I flipped the perspective where you're looking at it from the front. And that's MF Doom eating breakfast. And I decided to put both of his sons under the table together. So that's Daihu and Malachi, who passed away real young. So it's kind of a tribute to MF Doom and his sons. And you see, there's the Grimm's fairy tale book that was kind of the MF Grimm diss. But one of the things that Grimm didn't mention in his rant was, or maybe he didn't notice, is that there's a second MF Grimm disc that he didn't notice, which is the Thing from the Fantastic Four is floating in the bowl of cereal. Thing's alter ego is Benjamin Grimm, so that's Doom eating Grimm as well. So
damn, even slipped past him.
When you pick it apart, you find all these details that you might not have noticed unless you really looked at it.
Yeah, damn, I love that, dude. And that's such a great take on, like you said, the classic kind of album cover. And I mean, just the way you even talk about it, how you dove deep with like the diss and the
homage to the original. I love that Jeff Jago cover. And I wouldn't do this if I didn't have a real good spin on his original.
But man, like you said, I mean, the story you tell with the art is just, man, that's so dope. Awesome, man. But tell people what you're working on. Where can they find you?
Jusscope.com, my website, Jusscope on Instagram. By this time next year, I should have my animated pilot for my cartoon, so you can see the blog on the homepage of my website for that. But in the meantime, I'll be doing comic book conventions to the end of the year, and I'll be, I'm here in San Diego now. We'll be in New York in October, and a lot of stuff in between there. But and then back at it, like animation after that, and then back at shows again next March.
Hell yeah, brother. Well, I wish you all the success. Thank you so much for talking with me.